Hey folks, SoloGamer here, and we're going to be taking a look at here Eldritch Horror. So you see me play 4 games of Eldritch Horror. You saw how the gameplay goes, you saw everything goes, even though I made a few mistakes. So let's talk about it. The big question, do I like it better than Arkham Horror? No, I do not. Several reasons. One, Arkham Horror has a sentimental value to me. It was the first game I got into board games with, and it really blew my mind when I got it. And all the expansions with it make it a very in-depth, totally replayable game. But to begin doing an honest and fair review for Eldritch Horror, I have to kind of go Eldritch Horror the base set against Arkham Horror the base set. I got to try to take all the expansions out of my head for Arkham Horror and just go each set on its own by itself. Now, component wise, Eldritch Horror is a good game. I would give it 2 thumbs up, but I'm not going to. Actually, I'm going to give it 1 thumb up, and this is why. This game lacks cards. I mean, let's face it, it lacks cards and it lacks ancient ones. There's only 4 in the game, and you're going to play through those cards. After a couple games, you're going to see the cards pop up several times. With Arkham Horror, that didn't happen. I mean, to be honest with you, it didn't. So I expect more. When I pay $60, $70 for a game, I expect to have more stuff with it. Now, as far as the component, the board is good, the components with it are good, but there is just no way near enough. And that comes to my second part, is the theme. Now, the theme I'm going to go ahead and give 1.5 stars. And Arkham Horror I would give 2 thumbs up for on theme. Eldritch Horror just, it's missing, I don't know how to explain it. It just doesn't feel as Cthulhu-ish or claustrophobic or just as doom and gloom as Arkham Horror does. Maybe it's because the world-spanning adventure tends to make it feel more open, and it just doesn't feel right like that. I don't know. I mean, I can't play something. I can't put it. I can, you know, if you play it, you kind of understand where I'm coming from. But I don't know. Arkham Horror just seems more tense. It seems more doom and gloom, even though Eldritch Horror is not that much easier than Arkham Horror. There's just something missing. I guess maybe the whole world thing. I'm going to have to say that. It's not as good as the whole claustrophobic city type environment on there. It just doesn't feel as it has the personality. Rules, mechanics, one will give it 2 thumbs up on that. This game streamlines a lot of what Arkham Horror got wrong in rules. No upkeep phase, which is a big bonus, and it does make things a little easier. So the rules of this game are pretty good. I got to give it that. I got to say that that's better than Arkham Horror. It's nowhere near as much complex stuff. You know, Arkham Horror, from time to time, you have to look at the rulebook because you forget something. With Eldritch Horror, yeah, you may have to look at the rulebook 1 or 2 times, and then that'll be it. I mean, you can probably remember everything after that. Then we have web support, and I'm going to have to give it probably, I don't know, I'll give it 2 thumbs up on web support, just because this just came out. You know, Fantasy Flight is going to support it on the web. It's going to have a whole bunch of things for it on the web. So, you know, Fantasy Flight, good company. Their web support for everything is usually really good anyways. So we'll give it 2 thumbs up. Now, that could change in the future if they don't ever put any freebies or any type of stuff out for it. But as for the time being, we'll go ahead and give it 2 thumbs up on the web. And then we have fun factor. Is this game fun? Yes, it is. Is this game a lot more fun than some of the other games out there? It is. Is it as fun as Arkham Horror? For me, no. Some people will find it better than Arkham Horror, but taste-wise, I still find Arkham Horror better. But this game is fun. I will say that. I will give it 2 thumbs up on the fun. So that's going to bring my total up to a 7. So this game gets a 7 out of 10. Now, they do have, and we all knew it was coming, they do have an expansion plan for the second quarter of this year, and it's the Yogg-Sothoth expansion. And what it's going to do is it's going to add an ancient one and a whole bunch more cards. Now, this game needed a whole bunch more cards, so that's great that they're doing that with that. That makes it a whole lot better. I'm not really expecting big box expansions with this because I don't know how you could add another board, maybe an Other Worlds board or something, but that does add the cards. I read the card thing. It's going to add a hell of a lot more cards. So that's going to fix this whole replay, reading the same card several times over type thing that happens. That's going to fix it. But it's only going to give you one ancient one, Yogg-Sothoth. And I'm a little upset about that. So that means now that every quarter, every 2 quarters, you're going to come out with a $20 expansion that comes with one ancient one. I mean, I'm all for capitalism and making money, but I think they could do a little bit better than that. That's kind of cheap to me. That's my rub with this game right here, to be honest with you. My big main rub with this game are 2 points. Theme, it's just not as themey or as good theme as Arkham Horror. And 2, it's kind of seemed like they cheap out on this game. They seem to cheap out a lot. I don't understand that. With Arkham Horror, I didn't feel you got cheaped out. And when an expansion came out, I didn't feel you got cheaped out with that. Especially the big box expansions. But if they're only going to put one ancient one and a bunch of cards in there to help fix what shouldn't have been a problem when it first came out, and then they plan on doing that every couple quarters, one ancient one and some more cards, they better do something more than just put more cards in there. So that's Eldritch Horror. That's my review on Eldritch Horror. Maybe one day, when all the expansions for Eldritch Horror are out, and I can fairly compare it with Arkham Horror, then I'll come back. And we will play Eldritch Horror again when the Yogg-Sothoth expansion comes out. I will be getting that the day it comes out. And we will start playing this again. But until then, we're done. We've played it 4 times, played each ancient one. But as for right now, Eldritch Horror to me, and it was an interesting take. It's obvious they kind of took a little bit from Fortune and Glory on it. But Eldritch Horror to me is nowhere near as good as Arkham Horror. And the sad thing about that is it could have been as the same or better. And it was not. And that's my rub on it. Now, like I said, is it a bad game? No. I would recommend you buy this game. If you like Arkham Horror, I especially recommend you buy this game. If you are on the fence about which one to get, if you don't have Arkham Horror yet, get Arkham Horror. And if you have extra money to burn, get the Arkham Horror expansions. Wait until this thing has been able to mature for a little while and have several more expansions for it down the road, and then get it. But, I would be remiss. I know a lot of people were saying, no, just start with Eldritch Horror. Well, if you don't have the money, if your funds are limited and you can't get a lot of stuff from Arkham Horror, okay, start all over with Eldritch Horror, and then get an expansion as it comes out. But if you got some extra money to burn, get Arkham Horror with as many of the big box, especially expansions that you can get, and then just wait a couple years on Eldritch Horror. Just wait. They'll have a couple of expansions out by then, and then it'll probably be a more complete game by then. So that's my 2 cents worth on Eldritch Horror. SoloGamer saying, see you then.